Welcome on Loud TV. This is our very first interview with the Italian horror metal band from Italy, Deathless Legacy. Welcome, Steva.
Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be here.
Prego, che we say in Italia, right?
Yeah.
My first impression with your band was last year in Mency Festival near Paris.
Yeah.
It was a great discover. I didn't know the band, and it was a really great special show.
Thank you. It's such a special show. It's in our hearts and it's going to be forever there because it was one of the best festivals we have been, to be honest. It was so beautiful. Everything. We loved it.
It's pretty, yeah, small, but really great,
Yeah,
great
but
atmosphere.
yeah, from every perspective, from the organization, the crowd, everything. Like when you play in a smaller festival, you can feel better
Yeah.
what goes around, and everything was so beautiful. We have such a beautiful memory of Menacee, for real.
So you remember everything about
Yeah,
the.
every time we played in France, to be honest, it's always been so great. So it has to be like we have a strong connection to France somehow.
And of course the theatrical thing about your band, your keyboard player with his keyboard, it's really strong, as an imagery.
Yeah, yeah, we've been working on that so much. Like um, we had our idea since the very first time we started to play or to think about this project, and we like how we're like the streets we're exploring in our inner weird sides, and all those weirdness that we carry around every day goes out on stage,
Great.
as you have seen.
Yeah. So there is a new album. It's again a new atmosphere. It's pretty different from an album to another, and which
Yeah.
is great. You don't repeat yourself.
Yeah, yeah, we like to explore like sound wise as well because we've never described ourselves with a strict genre of metal, because we are six people, five musicians and one performer. But our as musicians, we all have our backgrounds, our like tastes. They are so different, and I think all that goes into what we make musically. And I think it's the perfect creature that like our music is the perfect creature that could born from our minds. If I think of the musicians I play with, and yeah, we always like I feel like um we're I can say that by now we'll find like our way of producing music, and of exploiting our exploiting, maybe it's not the right word, but like looking for new ways of talking about ourselves like as musicians and as monsters. And yeah, whenever I listen to the earlier albums, I'm like, wait, is that me? Is that my band for real? Because I remember the state of the situation, how it was, how we were as people, as humans, and as musicians, and seeing where we have come. And I'm so curious to see what else the future will let us to.
Okay, so it's a great evolution. You mean from
Yeah, yeah, evolution. It was the right word to say all these words.
and so let us know, how did you think and how did you write this new album as a concept album?
I remember exactly the very first moment we thought of the story, because Damnatio Aeterna is a concept album. It has a story like this is a story more in a sense of King Diamond, like Mater Larvarum as well. It was the same. And I remember we were traveling to Croatia, maybe. I think it was Croatia, and I was in car with Frater Orion, our drummer, and we thought of this story. We started to like brainstorm it, and we started to line down the plot. It was like 2023, I think. Yeah. And then we started to work on the story, and we this time we truly started from the story in a very like specific way. We knew exactly the plot, how it would have been, and that helped us a lot to like um create the right atmosphere, musically speaking, that we were looking for. Like we did the same with Mater Larvarum too, but not this much. And yeah, it was really nice way of working, in my opinion. It was fun.
And how did you record this album? Because is it the same studio, Eden Studio?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it the
We
same studio that you work on the previous album?
all our albums we all work there, and we
Okay.
usually go like by a pre-production, like home recording, to listen to how our stuff works, and then we start to like the proper. It took us 1 year almost of working. Yeah,
Okay, 1 year
almost.
recording.
No,
Okay,
1 year from the concept to developing the songs
okay,
and
to the
everything.
recording.
Yeah, we
Okay,
recorded it last autumn, I think. So the recording part is when we are done, and that's the easiest. You
really?
probably, oh yeah, yeah. Because we do a lot of pre-production, so we already know how stuff have to sound.
Yeah,
So then you just have to study it and do it. But
yeah.
it's getting to that point that it's truly challenging.
Do you like recording your album in a studio?
I love it, but I love it like when it's done. Because when I'm 10 hours in the studio and I can't do it anymore, I'm like, please, I want to finish this. But yeah, then whenever we're out of the studio, it's like some kind of trauma that you want to forget, like the pain of I don't know, giving birth to a child. You women say they forget how it feels.
Yeah.
That's the same, because otherwise they wouldn't make another child. That's the same for me. I forget it, but I'm so happy to do it always.
All right. So, what about this concept album? It's like is it like a kind of theater thing or?
It has some like let's say that it's more theatrical, like even like the story itself.
Mhm.
It's more like, for example, Mater Larvarum, the plot was based on human beings. Damnatio Aeterna, the main character, like the one that the story follows, is a demon, like a proper demon in hell that has a, Lucifer gives him a task, and he has to fulfill it. And goes into a journey that this let's say it's a sad discovery of how bad human can be, and how much darkness in every human there is when you don't know it. And so it starts like in a lighter way. It sounds more like a movie in the beginning,
Mhm.
but then it goes deeper and becomes more more intense, let's say. I don't know how to explain it.
Mhm.
It's hard to describe your own album.
Yeah, sure. And I love the song because it's quite different. Get on your knees,
Mhm.
because I see the mood like you are quite in a cabaret. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah, it's
Cabaret, and it's like between dance and a very smooth atmosphere and
yeah, very bluesy. Yeah, yeah. That one was such a, like the people we've spoken to already, and friends and webzines. Everyone that listened to the album, everyone loved that song. And when
okay.
we were producing it, we were like, "What are we doing? Like, we're putting a blues metal song into an album?" But then in the end, like we love it. I love it personally, and but in the end, like it turned out to be one of the most loved by whoever already listened to that album. And I'm glad that you told that too, because we were scared that like people like into metal will be like, what the fuck is this? But yeah.
It's great, to follow your instinct, and yeah, nevertheless, you continue and try to be to what you feel, and what your heart
Yeah,
says.
that one in particular speaks about a dream, like some kind of erotic dream. So that's why it has that kind of mood, and it had to like that atmosphere of gloomy, like dreamy thing. Mm, it was something we wanted to like. We wanted to have that song that was like, what the hell am I listening to? I mean, this is different from everything else, and I'm so happy to have that song in this album.
Great. So you're talking about music, cinema, theater, everything. You're inspired by everything. Art in Italy is like, I would say, a religion. Or the real religion, I would say. So what? So you're inspired by everything around you, right? Cinema, or sculpture, or everything.
Yeah, like for example, I know that it may sound very funny, but we're inspired a lot by religious art because we like uh, to like. I think that if you know something and then you want to like be, for example, blasphemous as fuck, you gotta know that. And so yeah, we're into like all kind of art. Actually inspires us, from literature, like philosophy, fiction, all kind of movies, of course, all the horror stuff. Yeah, we find inspiration in many different things.
Yeah, but art in general, or you said religious art, but if we take Leonardo da Vinci, I'm pretty sure he didn't believe in God,
Mhm.
and but he made something very a lot of artistic
Yeah,
paintings, and everything. What most of the thing were about religion, but he tried to put some elements, hidden elements.
that's the real blasphemy. Because if you go like, let's burn churches, that's something like that. It has no. It's not useful at all. Like it's just damaging something and possibly someone. But if you go like, I'm gonna challenge you to like um, to not come under my house with a torch and pitchforks, and because there is a very fine line between, like, in my opinion, for how we see things, the things we do. There is a fine line between um, being blasphemous and not. Because, for example, I've seen it, I realized it with our previous album, like with Ora Pro Nobis. I remember someone telling me like their mother thought it was a religious song, like it was a song that spoke about God. While, to be honest, it wasn't the opposite, but it wasn't a song for God. So this, I think, I find it so interesting, this line between there is really fine between religious and blasphemy. And I think that when you are for me at least, I speak for myself, being blasphemous in a way that people are like, wait a second, is this blasphemous or not? Is that the truly blasphemous thing? Because maybe
Mm.
you're religious, you never question like the church and all this stuff, and you are enjoying something that you think it's religious when it's not. So you're being blasphemous and you're enjoying it, so it means you have to question what people have always said to you. But that's my opinion. I'm speaking for myself only.
Yeah, but I went several times to Italy, and especially I can remember in Sicilia. I went like it was in April, and all the town was for in the town in the morning for procession, and so
Mhm.
Italy is very
Yeah.
religious. Didn't you have any problem or stuff with religious people, or
You mean in Italy or in general? Because
yeah,
in general,
yeah, in
yes.
Italy? Yeah, in general,
I
where?
mean, nothing like not people. Oh wait, yeah, actually there was someone protesting after we played in Puglia. We
Puglia.
knew, yeah, we knew that some days after we played there, or some days before we had to play there again, there was like a little protest of people, religious people, because of
Yeah.
us. Maybe it was after we played. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, every single day, like I fight with people. Like, I don't fight, but I have to read comments of people on, like, for example, on my Instagram that are fighting with each other, Christian, Muslims, Jewish, everything. They're all fighting with each other, but everyone is telling me you're going to burn hell, whatever. I know, I
That's
want it.
great. That's great. Of course, this band is a great tribute to this man,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Did you meet him?
never.
I did.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
I interviewed the guys, and Peter still had to be there, but he was too drunk, and
Okay.
so he didn't wake up. So I had the three members of Typo Negative, but I see him after at the
Oh,
Paris show, and he was the most incredible and lovely guy I've ever met in
yeah,
my whole life. You know.
yeah. I can imagine. It was a beautiful moment.
Yeah, sure. And Typo Negative is still one of my favorite band ever. You know.
Yeah, yeah. I can relate.
And I miss, of course, Peter Steele. You know, and
Yeah.
but that's life. You know. What's your best Typo Negative album?
That's always such an hard question because, like, what your heart wants to say is different from, I
And
don't
all
know.
the albums are different. You know. There's
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's the problem because I've listened to, like, lately. I've listened to it quite a lot, but I can't tell you which one because every single I've made my own playlist
yeah.
because it goes on my mood. Like, I like to mix every. I don't like to listen to the same stuff over and over. So my playlists are very, like, schizophrenic because there is everything mixing. And my type of negative ones are like these. Like, there is something from earlier album, something from the something newer. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good answer.
Yeah, it's hard. And now I'm gonna be thinking
It
about it
depends
forever.
on your mood,
Yeah.
or you
For
know.
me, it's for all artists. I think I can't name one single favorite album. Like, you like the album, I usually like everything, and if I could, I would listen to all the stuff together.
I was wondering about this book. You
Mhm.
have made a book for this album, so you can send this book to autographed book to the fans, and
Mhm.
so let us know what's inside the book, lyrics and
The book is the story,
yeah.
uh, the novel behind the concept. So it's been like since Rituals of Black Magic, that was 2018, if I'm not wrong, that we always, like, gave people the chance to live an experience with our music that depends on how much they want to go deeper into the rabbit hole. Like, if you just want to listen to the music, that's fine, you're gonna understand it. If you want to go deeper, you can read the book, and so you're gonna know exactly what's happening. And then we, for example, for this album, we even have a card game. If you want to, like, it depends on what you want to, how you want to experience Deathless Legacy, with the ultimate thing, of course, to be the show, the live show.
Sure.
But the book is just a novel this time. In the previous album with Mater Larvarum, we had the novel and an essay on the Mater Larvarum, like, I the word doesn't come to my mind.
In
uh,
Italian.
il culto, the cult, about the
Okay.
cult of Mater Larvarum. And this time it's only the novel. So it's very
Mhm.
chilled. It's a book that you can read everywhere, on the
Did
train,
did you
bus.
write it?
Yeah, it's always Frate Rorion and I that we are writing all this stuff.
Ok, il racconto.
Il racconto.
Il
Exactly.
racconto.
Yes.
Molto bene. Let us know to finish this interview with live, of course. Where will you play? Any plan?
Um, I don't even know what I can say right now because we still have stuff that are going to be released, news about live shows that I can say right now. But in the following days, something is gonna be out. My memory with gigs is shit, so I don't remember anything. I just know that we're going to play on the March the 7th here in Pisa because it's gonna be our release party. But yeah, I don't remember. I have my calendar. It tells me tomorrow we're gonna play here. Nice.
But you will you make a full and headline show or support tour in Europe, or what do you want to do?
We're still working on stuff actually right now, so we will see. Let's see what maybe God is not the right one, but Satan has in store for us.
And you work in Metallian Productions in France, at least?
We work with them, yes. Yeah,
Okay.
with Eves. And a big hi to all of them.
Great.
They're so nice, like the best ones. They always bring us to France, so it's always beautiful. I hope to come back to France because every time we've been playing in France, it's always been always better. So I hope this year.
What did you play? Also, where
Oh
did
my
you play
God,
in France?
you're asking me to remember names, and we played in Grenoble
Uh-huh.
for
Not,
sure at the
not so
Italian.
far from Italy.
Yeah, yeah. We played in Menacee, and we played another time. That was like a nightmare. All the travel to get there. It was near Lyon, maybe. I don't remember exactly. I
Okay.
don't want to
So,
say wrong stuff. But yeah, that time it was. We got stuck on the Alps with the van. So
mhm.
for one night we had to sleep in the van because so it was a mess. They had to come to get us from Lyon. It was 2 hours from. It was a mess, but the show was beautiful.
Okay. And you never played in Paris?
No, nope, not yet. I
Not
hope
yet.
so. Not yet.
And
Yeah, but hopefully.
yeah, it's so, so
It wasn't
many.
that far,
Yeah,
right?
and
Yeah.
so many bands. You know, I'm a huge fan. I don't know if you know this band. Is It's like horror metal band called God Minister.
Oh yeah, I love them. Yeah.
They play in Paris
Oh,
next month.
oh,
It
okay.
could be a great package, you know, Deathless
Yeah,
Legacy and God Minister.
yeah.
Or have you ever played with Lacuna Coil?
Yes, we played last year, maybe, or 2 years
Okay,
ago. I don't remember. But yeah, we played with them. Yeah.
I saw Lacuna Coil maybe 25 years ago. You know,
Oh,
when they were very young people. They played with the band Grip Incorporated
hmm,
with Dave Lombardo from
yeah.
Slayer. And this is where I discovered Lacuna
Oh,
Coil, and everyone was in the 20s. Everyone was young, and
yeah.
it's
Yeah, good
really
old
fresh.
times.
Yeah, that's great. But we are always looking for new stuff and new bands, to support.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's great. That's something like the scene needs.
Yeah,
Like I don't know if it's the same as it is in Italy, but here it's everything is a mess. Like clubs are shutting down. It's so
yeah,
hard to play in Italy, and I feel like now people even want to go to shows because until some years ago, a lot of musicians used to like say it's because of the audience that they don't move their
yeah,
asses. I think right now it will be a perfect time here to like have shows that are full because people want to. Like after COVID, especially, I feel like everyone needs to see something live. But because of everything, like a lot of clubs and venues shut down after COVID, so we're a bit in a messy situation in this country. But we'll
okay.
see.
But this is the same in France.
Yeah, I imagine it's the same everywhere. So it's a pity.
Except except Germany, which is maybe the more professional
Yeah.
landscape for metal, you know.
Yeah.
And but I know it's pretty complicated. But tonight I'm going to see Opeth in Paris.
Oh, nice,
Yeah,
nice. That's
always a
great.
pleasure. Yeah, yeah, sure. And Italy, you mean Italy? Italy is now a good place for metal bands, and there are some fans, right?
Yeah, and according to the like the tons of shows that are come like, until some years ago, all the big bands never came in Italy because I remember I saw Ghost with like 300 people. Ghost. I mean, I saw Behemoth even like with 200 people in front of them. So of course, no one wants to travel the world to be here and have 200 people.
Yeah,
Like you can play in your home like country and have way more, or in other countries. um but this year there are everyone is coming to Italy, and so I think something's changed because it's weird that suddenly everyone wants to play here. I think it's because people now want to like really have the need to go and see shows.
everyone needs pizza and sun.
Yeah, of course, and metal.
Ok, grazie mille, Steva.
Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure, and
Yeah,
we made it between the flus and it was a nightmare. This beginning of the year with the sickness.
yeah. But
Yeah, we
yeah,
made it.
maybe someday there will be sun and good vibes, and listening to this album is a it's a good medicine, I would say.
Thank you so much. I'm glad.